Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well for this lovely second video of the day. It's normally a double upload day, but today it's a triple upload day because I decided to fit one more in. And I had to. There was a ask from a lot of you in the comments, and a lot of you were actually unaware of what was going on, but you asked for a certain guest. So we decided to make it happen. It's none other than Mr. George Benson, who is back on the channel, GBFC. How you doing, my man?
Mate, I'm doing excellent. I think we both are, really. I think there's not a Chelsea fan in the world who isn't doing well right now, but we're both at the forefront of it. We're smashing the uploads up. There's lots to talk about, and we've got something even more exciting to talk about today, which I can't wait to hear how you plug the new greatest channel in YouTube history.
You know what? My channel don't actually know. I know yours know, but well, I'm sure we got a lot of mutual viewers and subscribers. But we're gonna come to that. But before we do, and welcome back on the channel, George. Of course, we are going to be talking about the latest that has just dropped, and we knew this was coming. Hence why you're getting a triple upload. We knew this news was about to drop. It's dropped, so we're gonna react to it. But before we do, a few things to get out the way and the formalities, which are: do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Link is in the description down below. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well to be notified each time that I have uploaded. On top of that, the social media links are in the description for Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Do not forget to check out George himself. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. And we're going to give the big reveal now because we might as well, and we will continue to plug. But myself, and George have decided to launch a brand new channel together. It's called Shootout. Link in the description. Go and hit that subscribe button right now and make sure you are there for the very first upload dropping later today. So make sure you guys are there for that. It's going to be bonkers on that channel. We're going to have a lot of fun, aren't we, mate?
Oh, mate, it's just so nice to hear it. We've been talking about this for months and months, really. We've had people ask us to do like regular stuff. We did a few regular bits and pieces, but like having this new channel now, like we can just go in on there. We can talk about other clubs. We can mash people down, and we can just, it's just going to be a brilliant place to just go for just more Younes and George, if that's what you're here for, which I'm guessing you are, because you clicked on Younes's video. Buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing.
That's completely it. And George summed it up perfectly there. It's a brand new football channel. We love to talk all things Chelsea on our channels, and we do give a little hint of other bits of football. But on Shootout, it will be all things football from myself and from George. And that's going to be very, very regular content on there dropping. So make sure you guys are there for that. Link in the description. And look out for video number 1 dropping on the channel later today. So make sure you're there. Let's get cracking, George. We got a party to have because we've been having all sorts of parties this past week. Liverpool fans not invited. They got kicked out. So we got more pain to unleash on them, unfortunately. So I'm going to read what has just happened. We knew that one player was coming through the door, and it happened. That was Caicedo. We're waiting for the next guy to come in. We know it's going to happen. That's Lavia. We're going to get to him. There's another guy now. There's another guy. We're not stopping. So let's get into the latest. Latest from Fraser Fletcher and co. Let's start off with Fraser. Here it is. Chelsea closing in on both Romeo Lavia and Michael Olise this afternoon. Lavia, personal terms agreed and deal worth £55 million now at final stages. Olise, personal terms agreed and deal near £35 million coming closer. It's nearly go time. We had from Fabrice Hawkins of RMC tell us that the fee Chelsea will pay for Michael Olise is close to its clause, which is slightly less than £34 million. Olise and Chelsea have an agreement on personal terms already. And then we got, George, this is going to hit different, mate. We got the Ornstein dagger. The Ornstein dagger came in. Chelsea believed to have activated release clause in Michael Olise's contract and expects a complete signing in due course. If deal finalised, it would guarantee Crystal Palace £35 million. 21-year-old recovering from injury, and that was from The Athletic after Fabrice Hawkins, who I've just shown you guys. Fabrizio then gave us the details saying Chelsea have activated £35 million release clause into Michael Olise's contract, deal advancing to final stages. Clause has always been there despite denials, and all parties will be in touch to finalise the agreement. Olise already said yes to Chelsea. Time to fix the details. Unreal. And just to give a little hint, right? Fabrizio told us this. Romeo Lavia is next. So there we are. We've We are unleashing bombshells after bombshells on the world, George. First reactions, hit me.
Oh, mate, like, to be honest, the Lavia one is the one that was kind of like the additional one that we didn't really need after Caicedo, but the fact that we're going to do it is not only stopping Liverpool to make this comedic party of their downfall in this transfer market that much more sweet, but also he's an incredible player. But Olise, when you talk about that price, right, £35 million or just under that, that's going to go down, in my opinion, as the bargain of the summer. When you look at the list of players that we've bought, we spent a lot of money, we bought a lot of quality, and there is a big one in there that has been above all else, like the biggest story. The Caicedo deal is massive, it's all done. But Olise for 35 million, mate, we need a player like him in this team. I think he becomes like the 8th Frenchman in the squad as well. So there's a good little contingent there of players all speaking the same language, trying to play in the national squad together. And it's nice that Olise's been at Chelsea before. He's coming back. And he's one of those players who gets you off your seat. And I don't know about you, but when I saw Eden Hazard there on Sunday against Liverpool in the stands, it just reminded me, you know what? Things are great at Chelsea right now, but we'd love someone a bit like Prime Eden on the pitch. And I'm not going to make that dramatic of a comparison, but he's got that ability to do something out of nowhere. Add into that all the brilliance we've added in different positions, and blimey, this could be a phenomenal deal for us.
No, you're completely right. I mean, yeah, Eden at the Bridge on Sunday is basically a declaration that he's coming to cause absolute madness. He's got on the phone to Lavia, it seems, and not to actually. Apparently, people did misquote, people did misunderstand. It wasn't trying to convince him, but he did have a part to play. And he gave him a few little tips, apparently. So fair play to Eden. And you're absolutely right. With Mike Olise, we need that sort of dynamic on our wing, which I feel like we've kind of got with Mudryk, and we need it on the other side. Sterling, unfortunately, is not hitting it. Madueke, we're still, well, we've hardly seen him this pre-season, and that was a problem. So we'll wait to see how he's going to fare on the pod. But Olise will come in, whether it's on the right, whether it's an attacking midfield with Nkunku out. This is going to be blockbuster. And you're right, George, before we keep going on to Olise, you mentioned something key there, the vibes. We finally got to the vibes, didn't we? We were looking for them last season, and now we finally got them. This feeling of Chelsea Football Club right now, mate, explain it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? We're getting everything spot on. We feel happy. The club looks fantastic. We're doing things correctly again. I mean, sum it up.
I think the thing is, right, we're talking... We got these permanent grins on our faces like we have just won a treble, which we obviously haven't done. That was City's to do. But it's like, I think when you go through these big low periods, which I think last season was the lowest of the low that at least I can ever remember in my adult life following Chelsea, I don't think it could get much worse. And the fact that the feeling is just like 100x what it was last season, before we've even won a Premier League game, I'm just enjoying the process of feeling better about things, feeling like we've got things to look forward to, seeing the atmosphere change at Cobham, seeing the training videos, seeing players laughing, joking together. Look, Caicedo's been there 24 hours and he's already got Ben Chilwell whacking him on his Instagram story because he don't like ice baths. The players are happy.
I saw that.
Yeah. Bro, how cool is that though? Like the announcement for
wonderful.
Caicedo is just beautiful. It's class. And I think as much as it might look from the outside like Chelsea are doing this erratic business, spending stupid sums of money, we're buying the right players in the right positions. We have got the youngest squad in the Premier League that just has this abundance of talent all over the field, and a manager who has just been waiting to work at a club that are willing to back him, give him time, give him money, give him the players he wants to be able to develop into something special. And I don't know about you, but I'm a firm believer that the energy around a football club is always the catalyst for either success or failure. And right now, this is almost a blank canvas at Chelsea. We're not expected to win the league, but when you keep on throwing these quality players out there, just let us cook, just let us tick over and let Pochettino make those players believe that, you know what, there's a lot of things that are possible here, not just in 5 years when you're all in your primes, but now. Right now, we're not buying 20-year-olds who, you know, we're hoping they're going to be great footballers because we saw a video when they were 14 years old scoring overhead kicks and hat-tricks of doing so. We're buying quality, and we've got the right guy to put all of this together, and it's going to be a beef stew with a bit of Tabasco made by your grandmother, and she makes the best stews. So this is what I'm looking forward to. You just got to let it marinate, mate. That's all we're waiting for now.
Mate.
Let it marinate.
That analogy is as good as Chelsea's business this summer window, man. Absolutely class. So, no, listen, with the way that Chelsea are doing their business, you spoke about the vibes and the way that it all is right now. You're completely right. The energy is the energy. I truly think, and I want to know if you agree with this, the fact we're playing one game a week now, the fact that the other teams above us that we're looking to try and catch up to after finishing 12th are all in European competition, we're not. And we've gone through this incredible transformation. We asked for a transformation. We asked for players to get shifted, for players to come in, and for us to get our actual targets that we needed to get. And we've exceeded expectation. We've gone and got Caicedo. We've gone and got Lavia on top of that. We didn't think we'd need both. We ended up with two instead of one. We're getting Olise. We're probably going to get more. We're probably not done yet. This is the scary thing as well. People think we're done. We're actually not done. You know, so it's where do you actually realistically see this team going now with these new signings incorporated? Say with Caicedo, Lavia, Olise on the pitch now. How do you see Chelsea playing? If you had to come up with a way or an ideal formation or an ideal system, how do you see us going and where do you think we'll end up towards the end of the season? If you had to come with a realistic prediction. And don't be scared to say we're going to win the league, because that's what I'm preaching.
Oh no, I'm not scared at all. I'm here for the Chelsea can win the league, and then I start talking and I'm like, actually, you know what? Screw the rest of what I'm going to say. We are going to win it and cut it there. I'd say
there we are.
There is, when you look at Nkunku and how important he is, and how important he was supposed to be this season, and now he's not here until January. You bring Romeo Lavia into things, and all of a sudden you can facilitate a midfield three of Lavia, Caicedo and Enzo, which is by far the best midfield in the Premier League, maybe even Europe as well. Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham will be knocking on the door, but we're not going to answer, we don't care. Then you've got Olise potentially coming in, who can play on the right wing, could play as a number 10 also, we've seen that before. And with the dynamism of the way that Pochettino wants to invert his wingers so that we play narrow, but also we like to use that overlap and overload of Chilwell. James on the right side as well. I just think there is, even with injuries to key players, I know Nkunku's not played for us in the Prem, but we just know how important it will be. Jackson's movement, Jackson's attitude, Jackson's ability. Like, I think the ceiling of this team this season now, there's no roof. We are literally just a rocket ship ready to flip in SpaceX up into the next galaxy. And what I mean by that is exactly what you said a second ago. There is no reason, and again, this isn't me like throwing my hands in the air saying hallelujah to De Bruyne being out for 4 months, but Man City have just lost Kevin De Bruyne for 4 months. They've just won a treble. How can they keep that intensity going? How can they have the same desire? Arsenal have got no Jesus right now. Kai Havertz basically means they're playing with 10 men whenever he starts, and he will keep starting because they spent loads of money on him. There's no reason why Chelsea can't win the flipping Premier League. And if anyone disagrees with us, mate, we'll take them outside. It's all right.
Simple, mate. We won't even need to. We won't even need to, but we'll go for a shootout and there won't be a ball. It's as simple as that. No, you know what? I completely agree. And the one caveat that I want to stick in there is like, look, the players that we're identifying, we're bringing in is exactly what this team needs. We've screamed for a midfield like this for years, and now we're actually getting it. I've said this yesterday. We're covered for the next decade. Well and truly. We don't need to entertain midfield buys any longer for the next 10 years. We are sorted. So there's that. There's also the fact, like I mentioned, we ain't got European football, which is technically now a blessing in disguise because we got one game a week to focus on every single opponent that comes our way, whereas the others post-November are all going to be distracted and having a heavy schedule. With the issues that they've had, like you mentioned, Kevin De Bruyne or, you know, Arsenal with Kai Havertz having to rely on, no Jesus, Timber's out now, so defensively they're going to have to really, you know, judge themselves. It's a whole alliance of situations that are coming right into how we want to line it up, and it's absolutely spot on. So I'm honestly thinking, you know what, we can actually do something special this season. And like Jackson was telling Caicedo in that phone call, I'm sure you saw it, George, but the one way he was like, you got to give me the assists, you got to send me the ball, and Caicedo's like, don't worry, I'm going to make you top goal scorer, it's fine. I mean, the chemistry's already there, they've not even met each other face to face yet. It's unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to how this is all going to pan out. Before we wrap up, I've got two things. Firstly, Liverpool. What are your thoughts on the way that Liverpool have conducted their business and shot themselves in the feet and ended up without Caicedo, without Lavia? Because we've talked them both. What your opinion on that?
I think the biggest overriding top line point of all of this, right, is I think everybody is underestimating Chelsea and Todd Boehly. I think they're not just underestimating the willingness to spend massive sums of money. They're underestimating the fact that we're targeting young players who have grown up watching Chelsea win trophies. They have looked at this incredible team that we had 10 years ago, and that is what people's reference point is with Chelsea. You add into that the fact that Todd Boehly and Chelsea Football Club, we're not even, I think, in the top half of net spend in the Premier League this summer. So people can spend all their time in the world, whatever his name. John Henry can fly down to London, put his headphones in to have a meeting with the Premier League to complain about Chelsea Football Club. Well, instead of having meetings about complaining about us, mate, why don't you focus on your own team? Look at Jurgen Klopp putting Alexis McAllister in number 6 because the only other option he's got is one Premier League defensive midfield appearance, Curtis Jones. You wanted Lavia, you didn't get him because you didn't take it seriously enough. You come in last minute for Caicedo, totally underestimating the fact that Chelsea have worked on this deal 4 months. We're not just throwing money willy-nilly at players. We are selling an actual project with a manager who is willing to do everything to make the best happen at this football club. And we have got something special going on. And I think after all of this, Liverpool in particular wasted too much time, and the owner is nowhere near as ambitious as Todd Boehly is at Chelsea. And they can be like, well, we don't have the same money as you. But you think we're spending money illegally. We're not. We're spending the money that we have sold players with. We have made 200 million plus this summer. Now we're spending it on players that we actually need, who actually want to be at Chelsea Football Club. And Liverpool are in the mud. It's as simple as that. They've not got a proper number 6. And who else is going to be on the market now that we have taken Caicedo and Lavia from under their noses? Nobody.
I mean, I normally cook on there, but that was a cooking. Fair play, George. Cheers for that. And you know what? You're absolutely spot on. Liverpool, as I've said, have shot themselves in the feet here. And there's even talk now of Doucouré for 80 mil. I mean, look, that's their business now. You go and do what you want. Liverpool, 80. I mean, look, this is what I'm saying. They've shot themselves in the feet. They've told the world we've got 111 million to spend. So, here it is. It's like someone coming to rob your house and you've just unlocked the safe and gone, here's everything that I own. It's unbelievable.
Wow,
so
I didn't even know that. But I'm probably coming across as the most arrogant fan in the world right now. But I mean, I'm happy. And 80 million for Doucouré is comedy. If you don't find that funny, then I think you're in the wrong sport, mate. Go and play some golf. Go watch some flipping bowls. That's unbelievable.
That's the problem though, mate. They're in a situation now where they probably have to resort to that. They ain't got a choice if they want to get a DM, or they try and hijack Amrabat, which United have to be careful now. United are probably looking at this and going, okay, look, we're not going to do the same mistake here. We have to do a business like tomorrow. So let's see what happens there. But realistically, prediction with this new look team, new look Chelsea, new look midfield, where do you see us finishing?
I'm going to say third still. I mean, I'm very gassed up. I'm very hyped up because we're signing a load of players. I was also very hyped up and gassed up last summer when we were signing a load of players. Part of me thinks this is a bit different, but I think Arsenal, with Timber's injury still, I just think they were so good last year, and I think they will have a bit more legs for it this season. So I think they'll win a lot of games. City, even without De Bruyne, to think of anything other than Man City winning the Premier League at this moment is a little bit crazy. So I'll keep it real. Chelsea can finish third. I put them in my Premier League predictions as fourth, but I think now, with the signings, we're getting third, but closer. I'm talking like an actual title race now. Not we're going to be 20 points behind Arsenal and City and hope that we're the best of the rest. I think we're in a title race this season now, but I just think we might fall a bit short.
We'll say that now. I think post-Christmas, hopefully, we have a different way of looking at it, and we actually start getting a little bit excited. Fingers crossed. So there we are. That's the latest on Lavia coming through, Olise coming through. Those announcements might actually come out later today, so be sure to be here for video number 3 on Younes Talks Football later tonight, as I normally do, and I'll give you the roundup and the latest on everything that's happened, my thoughts and my opinions. Don't forget, because George is probably going to end up doing the same thing, so make sure you check out his channel in the description. George, thank you for coming on. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Everyone can find us on Shootout as well, so make sure you are subscribed to Shootout. Link is in the description. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for video number 1. That's going to be dropping on there later today as we round up the whole Premier League weekend. And looking forward to how this journey is going to go, both for Shootout and for Chelsea Football Club, right?
Yep, absolutely. Nailed it, mate.
There we are. So much appreciated. Thank you all for watching. As I've said on here, don't forget, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Do check out all the socials. They are in the description as well, for Instagram, for Twitter, and for TikTok, whether it's my personal ones or the channel ones. They are all there listed for you guys to see. As I've said again, don't forget to check out George, check out Shootout, and I will see all of you later on for video number 3. And George will see you over on this channel, and we'll both see you on Shootout. So thank you so much for watching. See you later on. Take care and peace.